It seems like you can hardly call yourself human if you're not spending every waking moment chasing the things, the people, and the places that are eventually going to somehow make you happy. Most people are lost in strategies that might last a lifetime, or they might be the latest in a long succession of things that they're trying to do, be, want, and have that will somehow change how they feel. Their lives are fully dependent on the people, the places, the things. It might be a new relationship, it might be a bigger house, it might be a new car, it might be all of the kind of travel and holiday destinations, it might be escaping the working life that they've got, that they've decided that they don't want and they don't enjoy. It might be children, it could be anything, but they are seeking, they are wanting the next thing that will hopefully make them feel better. And for the fleeting moments, they go out and enjoy themselves, or they go on their holidays, they get this moment of joy, and then it reverts straight back to needing that next fix from the outside world, from the people in it or the places you go to be happy again. Interesting then that most of us don't notice that we've become fully dependent on the outside world for how we feel. Our state of being is fully dependent on the amount of money that we've got, the house we live in, the relationship that we've got, the partner we want or or might have, or getting rid of the partner we've already got. It's all dependent on things outside of ourselves. In order to be happy, we've got to have things, we've got to do things, we've got to go places, and people have got to behave exactly as we expect them to, or we're going to be offended or disappointed or unhappy with them. We're going to be fickle about who our friends are, and we're going to choose our relationships ever more scrutinizingly. So we're going to be so particular about what we expect a person to do and be and say to us in order for us to be calm and happy. But it's all the outside world. Everything in the outside world is dictating how you feel inside. And your happiness is, for the most part, permanently absent because you are waiting. You're in a waiting room that you created. You created that this moment was a means to an end, and it is only a stepping stone to get to the moment that you want or you've decided will bring you happiness. So you're waiting for the holiday, you're looking for the partner, you're waiting for the money. You've got a lifelong mission to earn a lot of money, and until you've got that amount of money, you're not going to be happy. Or you want bigger possessions, better possessions. You want to be competing. Or it's your physique or your looks. You're chasing feeling better because you look better. You're going to the gym every day. You're working so hard at it. And you're chasing the way your aesthetic looks. Maybe you're having some plastic surgery. Maybe you're doing certain things that will change your bodily aesthetic. The reality is you are then dependent on everything in the outside world and the ideas you're bringing in around the things from the outside world in order to be happy. And you've got yourself there as a fully dependent addict on the outside world and the things in it in order to be happy, peaceful, and find moments of freedom. In fact, most of us expect to find freedom when the money comes or when we are able to finally do what we want, instead of living this life on this treadmill going round in circles, trying to find the things that are going to make us happy and trying to do little things that will bring us joy as much as we can. But in the meantime, or in the middle of all of it, feeling that we are on a means to an end. We're on the journey towards happiness rather than being at that happy place. What most of us fail to realize is that your state of being is a decision away. It is something that's available to you right now. You can be peaceful right now. You can be free right now. And you can certainly be happy and joyful right now, because it's just a decision. You decide when you're happy. You decide if you're free. Or more to the point, you decide that you're not trapped. You decided you were trapped. You decided you needed to escape. So it's a simple decision to find freedom, because it's the simple decision to say, I'm not trapped and I don't need to escape. I'm happy right where I am. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But most of us can't see it. And most of our time is spent strategizing to get to the moment that's going to give us that moment of peace, that moment of freedom. And we're trying to get there. And what are we doing while we do that? We are overthinking our lives. We are thinking non-stop, and we are creating a world where we have no peace. No matter what we're doing, we're thinking. No matter where we are and who we're with, we are thinking. And that's because we've always got to be somewhere. We're always on our way to somewhere. We are always not where we are. So we're not present. We're not in this moment. We are planning for a moment of the future, or running away from a moment of the past. It is when you realize that you are dependent on the outside, you're dependent on the future, and you are failing to be where you are, that you realize that you are dependent on the outside for how you feel. And if you are, you've lost control. And by the way, until you realize that you're dependent on the outside for how you feel, until you see it for what it is, you're going to chase it and chase it and chase it with no peace, no freedom, and no way to feel that you are fulfilled or have your purpose. In fact, your whole life could be a means to an end. It could be part of the journey and not the destination, when in actual fact, you're at the destination right now. In personal transformation, it's key to realize that the first moment of realization is the one where you see that you are in your ideas. You are in the thoughts and strategies that you think will make you happy. And the very thoughts and strategies that are taking your peace are the very thing that is taking your happiness away. The very thing that's taking your freedom away. Because after all, if you are bound to a destination, bound to a goal, bound to earning money, bound to getting a relationship, bound to staying in that relationship, bound to getting the bigger house, you are not free. Have you ever thought of what is trapping you? What is trapping you are your ideas of what will make you happy. Ironic, isn't it? You are trapped in the treadmill of the destination of happiness. You are trying to get to the happiness, and in doing so, you are unhappy and you are not at peace, because you are having to endlessly think that journey through. You're having to endlessly add things to the list. You're having to endlessly find the next thing that's going to make you feel okay. And it's the thinking of the next thing, strategizing the journey and trying to get there, that's making you not feel okay. What a paradox. It's time to possibly sit back and look at the metaphors that you're chasing for the happiness, and notice that it's time to stop the chasing. As soon as you stop creating ideas that will make you happy, and as soon as you stop the chasing of those ideas, then peace comes and freedom reigns. That's where this goes as soon as you see what you are doing and you become self-aware. Until then, you're like everybody else on the planet, or almost everybody else on the planet, and you are lost. Lost in your thoughts, lost in the destination of happiness, lost in the strategy, and you are lost in an absence of peace and freedom for the rest of your life until you realize.